Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Fuji's Blitz. And today we're looking at the Krupp 38D, the latest tank to hit the stores. This is the German Tier 5 medium tank, and it's a premium. Now, you can get this tank currently with all the bells and whistles, all the equipment unlocked for around $10. Bit cheaper if you don't want the equipment. I think it works out at around $8 if you don't want the equipment unlocked. Anyway, what is it all about? Well, look at this. It's a pretty funky tank. It's basically a Hetzer chassis with a Panzer III turret, which I think is spectacular. But what about the tank itself? Well, it's pretty middle of the road. I mean, the HP is about 700. Its DPM on the standard AP is 1,347. It goes up to 1,137. Sorry, it drops down, to 1,137 with your APCR, and it's 1,684 with HP. So it's middle of the road. Penetration-wise, again, it's middle of the road, 110 on your standard AP. Damage, however, wow, it is the second best Tier 5 medium with a damage output of 160. Now, rate of fire, you're just going to be shooting about 8.5 shells a minute, which gives you a reload time of just over 7 seconds. The aim time is just shy of 2 seconds. Depression-wise, 8 degrees, but it's got an elevation of 20. Mobility, it will churn out 40 kilometers. So it's pretty middle of the road. Now, this is me taking it out literally earlier today. I mean, and I like this tank. I think it's pretty funky. I like the fact that it's got this Hetzer hull with basically a Panzer III turret. It's got a nice gun. Okay, you're not dishing out damage quickly, but you're dishing out a lot of damage, guys. I mean, 160 high-end alpha is pretty good at Tier 5 in a medium. Let's not kid ourselves here. And as you saw there, I was brawling with a Panzer IV, and I got away with it. So, I mean, maybe I was lucky, I don't know. But I like this tank. It's pretty funky. The thing is, the price is not unreasonable. I mean, $10 for a Tier 5 premium tank, that's not a bad credit earner, let's be frank here, which gives you something slightly different in your garage. It's not bad. I think if you like your Tier 5, middle-of-the-road Tier 5 tanks, this is not a bad investment. A lot of people may say, but $10 is a bit much for a Tier 5. Considering the fact that some tanks have come out recently for almost $50, guys, this is a bit of a bargain. And not only that, like I said, I mean, it's a nice tank to drive. It's got a super accurate gun, funnily enough. It's got trolley armor, and it's just a nice tank. I mean, I enjoyed it. Okay, I didn't get any masteries in it. I only played it a few games. Got it this morning when it first came out, which was about an hour ago. And this is just me rolling out in it. Now, okay, I got a third class there. Now, this is me on mines. And whilst it hasn't got any gun depression realistically, it has, oddly enough. I mean, it's actually quite nice. And it is, I mean, 140 straight into the side of that Stuart. It's nicely done. And this is why I like it. Okay, the reload's a bit long. Oh, there's another Krupp 38D over there. Let's give him a bit of pain. 152 into his side. The gun is good. It's nicely accurate. Like I said, you're not dishing out shed loads of damage, but you're the second best. Oh, ammo rack. I have to say sorry. I didn't mean to ammo rack him. I just got very lucky. But I did ammo rack him, and I did apologize. Now, like I said, I rolled this thing out as soon as I got it about an hour ago, and I had a lot of fun in it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I didn't struggle to pen most tanks. I didn't have many problems with it, mobility-wise, armor-wise. The armor is pretty trolly, as I said. Its gun is pretty accurate. It's not OP, not by a long shot, but it is nice. I mean, it's a good average tank. And like I said, I mean, for the price, I don't think it's as bad as people may think. I mean, I'd quite happily drop £10 on this, or $10, sorry, on this, and have it in my garage for when I just want to go out and have, you know, something a little bit different. Don't forget, it comes with a nice little gun. It's got HE, but then again, it is Tier 5. Okay, its camo value isn't exactly great. I mean, people spotted me all over the place. but it's a nice little credit earner. I mean, I've taken 3 kills here, I've dished out 1,400, not setting the world on fire, I fully agree and fully admit. But I enjoyed it, and that's the main thing. It brought a smile to my face. It was a funky little tank. And there you go, I got a 2nd class for my troubles. Now, this is the last battle. This is me going out in dead rail. The reason I'm showing this battle is because I actually do use the HE on this battle, which actually takes your damage up to over 200. Because it just does. And I didn't have problems penning it, but then again, it depends on what tank you shoot it at. Now here we are on dead rail, rolling up to this top. Now I know, because I've already seen on their list that they've got some quick tanks like the Lippard and the T25, and there you go, the Lippard and the T25. So I'm going to back away, wait for my opportunity, then I'm going to think, let's roll forward. Now, like you saw at the beginning, and like I said, the armor is quite trolly on this thing. It is quite nice. Oh, that was a bad shot by me. That wasn't the gun. That wasn't the game. That was just me. Well, watch me on this Cheery. I mean, you know, he's going to bounce me, and I'm going to pen him. It's a nice gun. It's a nice tank. And like I said, if you like your tier 5s, if you like to drop down your tiers and have a little bit of fun, then this is a fantastic tank. And look at it, it just looks funky. I mean, that Hetzer hull with that turret is just brilliant. I mean, you know, I like the Hetzer anyway. And I thought I was going to like this tank. And guess what? I did. I had a barrel of laughs in it. I really, really enjoyed it. And a lot of people who I rolled out with said, you know, is it any good? And I said, absolutely. You know, it's a really good tank. And it's very rare that I turn around and say to people, get this tank. But in this case, seriously, I would honestly say if you've got the money, if it's in your budget, it's worth an investment. It's a nice little tier 5. It brings something slightly different to the tier. I mean, look at this. So this is AP, 160, 150 odd. So load the HE, aim for the Bis's turret, and boom, 212. I mean, it's a nice tank. I would thoroughly recommend getting this tank. If you're that way inclined, I mean, it's not for everybody, of course. It's tier 5, it's $10, but it's fun. If you know, want to collect tanks, or look at 227 into that S35CA. If you like to collect tanks, or you just want something different in your garage, that's a nice little tank to get around in. I mean, look at this, I haven't even been scratched yet. I've done 1,144, bounce 160. I like this tank. I think this is a really, really cool tank. There's a Matilda, normally difficult to pen, not a problem. 170 straight into him. Guys, I had fun. I really did. It's worth a look, I'm telling you. It may not be your cup of tea, it may be outside your budget. If it's up your road and it's in your budget, then it really is worth a look. I would thoroughly recommend this tank. It's fun in a pint-sized bundle. So that's been the Krupp 38D. I've been Fugit. I hope you enjoyed it. It's in the stores now, so go and have a look at it if it appeals to you. By all means, subscribe if you haven't already. It's a nice thing to do. It makes me happy, costs you nothing. Comment, like below. And if you've got any replays, send them to me, fujitsblitz@gmail.com, or join my Discord server. The link is in the write-up. And until the next time, guys, stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking, because that's what it's all about, having fun and being happy.